Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tommy, and for the first time in way too long, I'm going to be bringing you a post-commentary on the map Hard Hat using the PKP Pitch and Egg. Now, I got a big old list of topics to get through this time, and it's kind of weird for me. Like, for the past couple of months or so, I've been doing pretty much exclusively live commentaries. You know, whether that be Modern Warfare 3 in the random class live sessions, or just Spyro the Dragon, or whatever I feel like. I still do the occasional post-com in terms of, like, I don't know, Pokemon or in retrospect, that kind of thing, but I think for the most part I found that COD got to a point where there wasn't really much I could talk about anymore. I mean, I don't really consider myself good enough at the game that I can give, you know, tips on how to improve, whatever. I'm just one of those guys who just kind of enjoys the game and just says, hey, look at this, I'm shooting a gun, I'm capping a point here, I'm gonna spin around in circles and try and shoot this guy. That's the kind of way I like to play. I mean, I don't take gaming itself all that seriously. I always play to win and, you know, I try and improve and whatever, but I never consider myself to be at a point where I feel like I can give tips on the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like live commentary does suit my kind of style better, but, you know, I'm kind of going back to my roots a bit, doing some more post-coms, and, you know, I guess the main reason I haven't been doing these for a while is, like I said, one, because I didn't really have much to talk about in terms of the gameplay, and two, because I've been kind of very squeezed, is the right word to use, in terms of my time. I mean, I'm a full-time student at university, as most of you guys probably know, so I don't really have the time to kind of, you know, keep producing videos throughout the day. I mean, I can do maybe, I try and manage one video a day, but to be honest, my schedule is a little bit hectic in that I never really know what I'm going to be doing on any particular evening, so, you know, I can't really have a rigid upload schedule, I can't really plan out live streams, that kind of thing, so it's pretty much just, if I have some free time, I come on YouTube, but yeah, pretty much at the moment for me, it's university top priority, and then, you know, all the work that goes outside that as well, so assignments, tutorials, that kind of thing, which does take up a lot of time, and I'm not complaining about this whatsoever. I do love my course, enjoying it very much, but it does mean that, as a result of that, my YouTube channel's got to suffer in a way in terms of, you know, not producing as much content as I could do, so hopefully you guys sympathise with me on that. And then also on top of that, I've made like a big New Year's resolution to myself in that I'm trying to kind of really boost my physical fitness in a way. I've never been all that unfit, but I think recently what I've been trying to do is, for a start, Thai boxing, which I love. Very interesting sport. I've always been into martial arts. I mean, I did Taekwondo as a kid, but never really took it all that seriously, but now I'm actually trying to get into this Thai boxing thing. It's pretty damn fun, very enjoyable indeed. And then on top of that I do, like, I don't know, you know, gym, French lessons outside of class, that kind of thing, so basically gaming is kind of right at the bottom of the priority list for me, so it's not all that much time spent gaming at the moment. But that's cool. It just means that I have to be a lot more efficient in terms of, you know, what I do, how I produce content for my channel, that kind of thing. Because, you know, at the end of the day, I still do love doing this. I absolutely love commentating. It's kind of a weird feeling in that once I've done a commentary, I actually genuinely feel better for the rest of the day. I could have had the worst day in the world. I could have, you know, witnessed the death of a kitten on a road. I could have broken up with a girlfriend, whatever. But I do a commentary at the end of the day, and it all makes me feel better. I just love doing this kind of thing. And more than anything, I love seeing the feedback from you guys and, you know, what you think of my content, that kind of thing. Because like I said, even though I don't take this thing all that seriously, I do it purely as a way of, you know, expressing a love for gaming and as a hobby, and, you know, I like talking about gaming, that kind of thing. If you guys love it, that is absolutely great by me. I don't claim to be particularly helpful, useful, whatever, but if you can share my fun in gaming, that is what I'm aiming for. So what I was basically thinking was, okay, my channel seems to be a bit stagnant at the moment, and I put that down to myself. What I'd say is, the way I've been producing content recently has mainly been kind of going for a pure kind of bulk production efficiency kind of thing, like, gotta get in an economics mindset, but what I'm thinking of basically is, if I record stuff in big batches, like, I don't know, 8 games of a random class live session, or a few episodes of Spyro, whatever, that takes maybe, I don't know, 1 or 2 hours of my time, and then I can just kind of render them out as I want, leave them rendering while I do whatever else, and just kind of upload them as I want. Which is fine and dandy. It does mean that I can kind of upload daily, but it kind of gets to the point, and I do admit this freely, that it kind of gets a bit stale after a while. You've got to kind of liven it up with different content and, you know, I'd say to anyone who's thinking of starting up, because I still get messages kind of every so often from people saying, you know, how should I go about trying to grow my channel, whatever. I'd say variety is the key. I'm definitely a big fan of variety. I mean, I feel like when there's a commentator in my sub box that I really like, I'll tend to watch pretty much anything they upload just because I do enjoy the commentator themselves and not necessarily the game they're playing. I mean, there's some exceptions, like you know, there's some games I'll happily watch no matter who it is, but in general, if I like the commentator, I'll pretty much just watch anything they put up, just because, I don't know, it's interesting to see, like, their perspectives on different games and, you know, the kind of thing they like to play or whatever. So the thing I was going to ask you guys was, and I'm very, very open to feedback and criticism at the moment, because this video is entitled A Breath of Life, or A Breath of, I don't know, I'm still thinking of the title, but something along those lines. I was thinking this morning while I was in lectures, how can I get my channel to kind of rejuvenate itself, kind of breathe new life into it. And I was thinking, alright, let's take a little vote. Let's go to the comments section. That guy destroyed me with the striker. I think this was probably pre-patch of the striker, but I was kind of thinking, okay, if you guys want to let me know what sort of stuff you want to see from my channel. Now I know it's kind of a hard thing to ask in terms of the comments section because, you know, there's going to be all kinds of different comments and, you know, obviously I can't do everything. So I'm trying to reach some kind of consensus as to what would be the best thing to upload. Given that my time is kind of sort of limited in terms of, you know, time I get to game and commentate and whatever, I think pretty much at the moment everything I play tends to be uploaded. And it's not all that much, but I'm definitely looking to find more time for it as well. Because like I said, I do love my YouTube channel, I do love you guys, my subscribers. So I'm kind of thinking, alright, if you guys let me know what sort of stuff you want to see, and I do have plans myself. I do have plans to, you know, continue the random class live sessions. Spyro and Kingdom Hearts definitely, most definitely will be finished. Can't stress that enough. I mean, I know I kind of procrastinate and put these off for ages, but it would be a huge injustice if I didn't finish those games. Excellent games and definitely worth finishing, but it just kind of takes me time. As well as that, in retrospect, it's got to be continued. I love it too much to not continue it. As well as the Pokemon Wi-Fi battles. Now those in particular, I've been kind of thinking I could maybe do some different stuff in that as well. You know, playing within the different tiers of, you know, the Pokemon Wi-Fi battles and maybe some other stuff as well. I'm kind of juggling around with different random ideas in my head to do as like one-off videos just for, well, a laugh I guess, just for a laugh. I mean, one of the ideas my housemate came up with was related to a game called Pandemonium. Now, many of you guys have probably seen that video I uploaded a while back for in retrospect. It's basically one of those old PS1 platformers. Pretty simple game, but pretty fun at the same time. And what he suggested was some kind of weird drinking game based off of that. Not sure if I fully support this, but you get the thing I'm going for. Just kind of general, random gaming related stuff to upload to my channel for a bit of spice. That kind of thing. So like I said, I'm open to all suggestions, and if you see something you like in the comment section down there, make sure you thumb it up so I can kind of gauge as to what is the best thing to go for. The most popular suggestion, pretty much. But I mean, like I said, any criticisms you have as well, feel free to let me know. I am definitely open to criticism, and I'll try and improve as much as I can. And as well as this, I'm trying to kind of branch out to, you know, different other channels as well to try and build my own channel. So, you know, Machinima, for example, sending them some of the random class live sessions. And probably, maybe try and go for like Pokemoshpit, that kind of thing as well, to try and branch out on the whole Pokemon video thing. I'm really enjoying that at the moment, but yep, definitely looking forward to that criticism, seeing how I can improve and stuff. But I guess one of the things I was going to say to you guys was, and by the way, this moment here, I don't understand this moment. I mean, it says I get blown up by a car, but I don't know where the car was. Can't really explain that one, but it's like that spontaneously combusting man. No real explanation. Just kind of happened. You just got to kind of live with it and accept it as fact. But one other thing I was going to say was, what I would encourage is that whenever I try and do something, you know, completely random and unexpected, something which is kind of different from the norm of my channel, and I'd say the norm is pretty much just kind of Call of Duty commentaries, but what I'm trying to do is kind of steer away from that and go more towards an angle of uploading pretty much anything gaming related and, you know, just doing a similar kind of commentary style over it. And what I'd say is, if you see something in the sub box which you don't really recognise, I'd say have a little look, see what it's like, and, you know, if you like it, carry on watching, whatever. If you don't, that is absolutely fine, because, you know, obviously, stuff I upload is going to be appealing to different audiences, so I love this bit, by the way. Cheeky little quad feed. But, I mean, different stuff is going to be appealing to different people, so, you know, obviously, don't watch if you don't want to watch it. But I'm trying to get as many people involved in different games as possible, so I like variety is basically what I'm saying. So, if you see something and you don't know what it is, hey, maybe take a look. It might be quite good, you never know. But I will be trying to upload a good variety of content to my channel, so as not to make it too stale, but I guess the bottom line for me is I'm going to keep uploading what I enjoy doing, even taking into account suggestions and stuff. So I guess for me it's about striking the balance between what I enjoy doing and what you guys want to see, because obviously there's no point in uploading something if no one wants to see it. But with that being said, leave your comments down below what you want me to do on my channel and I will see what I can do. But apart from that, that was the end of the gameplay, so I hope you all enjoyed. That guy at the top of our team, that is probably the most assists I've ever seen in a gameplay, so kudos to you, buddy. But I'd better go, so I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.